My name is Seamus Carey and I'm a theatre composer and I make music for soundtracks and dance soundtracks sometimes, but I also run Men Are Singing, which is a new alternative male voice choir. I am a big fan of singing. I think singing makes you feel great, and in Cornwall there's a real deep tradition of male voice choir singing, but I think the male voice choirs complain often that there's not younger men joining the choirs, and they're often, silver-haired, older gents who I think sound incredible. But why? It got me thinking, why aren't younger men singing? I went and bought some male voice choir records, vinyl records. I put them on, and I twigged there was three things that they had in common. All the material in those records, and the songs were often about miners or fishing, or they were religious, or they were extracts from musicals. And as a kind of young Cornish bloke living now, I realised that I can't relate to any of that. So I thought, what if we start a choir which the material and the content of the songs was actually stuff that blokes my age could relate to. Singing is a funny kind of equal playing ground. It depends, it doesn't matter what your background is, what your class is, your culture. It's a bit like Christmas. Why do we only sing at Christmas? And you get those amazing carols where everybody gets together. It's the only time of year where suddenly everybody's equal. And I think for blokes, interestingly, Cornwall has loads of community choirs, but they're predominantly occupied by women who seem to have no problem in going out of the house and socialising and meeting friends and getting stuck in. But men don't. Men stay at home. I don't know what they're doing. Are they in their sheds or building stuff? And I think men sort of classically express their feelings less. And there's nothing more moving than when you see a male voice choir really going for it. It just brings me to tears. So I think turning up at something like this makes you feel better. And blokes say, it's a Monday night and they've had a long day at work and it's just after the weekend, so sometimes they feel knackered and they don't want to turn up. And when they do, they always say that they feel better when they go home. So I think sort of very subtly, there's a little men's mental health thing which we're playing on, which feels ever more sort of important now. So basically I put up a poster around Falmouth saying, blokes, are you tired of just hanging out in the pub or at sports events, or would you like to meet up and do some singing? And on the first night we had about 50 people turn up in Wood Lane Social Club, and then we've continued every Monday night. And we've got sort of on average about 35 to 40 blokes. The youngest is 20 and the oldest is in his 70s. So a real diverse range, and they keep coming back, which is the excellent thing. You think if they didn't like it, they just wouldn't turn up, and strangely they do, which is cool. Well, we've got a website. It's the 21st century, so we have a website. But we also meet on a Monday night here at Wood Lane Social Club, 7:30, and the first session is always free. If you're a bloke and you fancy coming along and having a go, we play a lot of games and we do a lot of silly warm-ups to get you feeling kind of relaxed. And then we do the occasional gig once or twice a month. So just check us out online.